someone who knows how to help. So, guess what? People come to you for help, and then you get tired of being the help desk. For this soul break, we're going to take a break from being the help desk. Hey everyone, I'm Denise Brown, and I host what I call Soul Breaks every month. We take a break from what crushes our soul. It could be an emotion, it could be a situation, it could be a mindset. And today, it's an experience being the help desk. I came up with this idea because we're doing research around responsibilities family caregivers hold, and technology support is a huge responsibility. And it brought back the days of my parents constantly calling me to help them fix their computer, fix their iPhone. You get tired of being the help desk. And in truth, if you are someone that can help, you become someone who helps in all things for all people. And that gets exhausting too. So let's take a break. Let's not be the help desk for the next 20 minutes. That's what we're going to do. So, so, in our soul breaks, I lead you through some reflections. I ask you some questions to think through. And I show you some images, which I hope you feel like you relaxed a little bit. So when we think about the help desk, I think about it as support for any problems and support for technology and everything in between. If you are someone who's in a caregiving situation, you are called regularly to resolve problems. You are the help desk. And then, as part of caregiving, you could be the actual IT help desk, helping resolve challenges with iPhones and computers, iPads. Oh my. Let's start. Okay, so we're going to start with just naming it. What is it that frustrates you about being the help desk? I think this image is so interesting because look at all the things he does. He takes the videos, he creates the movies. He does things on his laptop. He keeps the plant alive. He takes pictures. He draws out next steps. I suppose in many regards, a caregiving situation is like being the director. You are always helping people in their roles, oftentimes with their script and with their actions to take. That's exhausting. And so when things go off script or someone drops their role or shows up late, you are the help desk. So, what frustrates you about being the help desk? Perhaps it's that it seems like people don't even bother to figure it out on their own. Like they could take a minute and come up with a solution for the situation, and instead, they immediately reach out to you. Yeah, their dependence on you for answers can be really frustrating. You can feel frustrated because where's your help desk? Might not be that there is a help desk for you. And that's really unfair. It could frustrate you that just when you think, oh, I've got a moment to myself, nope, you get a call at the help desk. So for you, what's frustrating? I'd love for you to take a minute and just jot down what comes to mind when you think about what frustrates you about being the help desk. Okay, here's my next question to you. Why you? And the answer to that question is really the foundation of who you are. your characteristics, your qualities, your personality, your gifts, your talents, all of that is why it's you. And let's acknowledge that. What do you have that people want? Now, I appreciate we just talked about how frustrating that is. It is. However, it's important for you to really look at your gifts, your talents, your problem solving skills, your calmness, your compassion, your skill set, your expertise. List it all because that's why it's you. You're great. Let's list why you're great. So go ahead and take a few seconds and start to write down why it's you. So you remember your gifts, your talents, your skills, your expertise, your kindness, your compassion, your smarts. Write it all down. And I love this image because it looks like you, right? Like you're the sun, just shining. And because you shine, you create all this growth, all these beautiful, bright colors. It's you. So let's think through when you want to be the help desk. In essence, what are your hours? You might decide you only are going to be the help desk on Fridays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You could decide that you're okay with being the help desk throughout the week. It's just that you only take requests at certain times during the day. And so when a request comes in, for instance, from your caree to adjust their iPhone, you can say, yeah, all right, I'll put it on the list. The next time I see you, we'll take care of it. And if a request comes in when you're closed, you can let whoever made the request know that you've noted their request, and it will wait until when you're open again. And if they need a faster response, they should go to a different person, a different resource. I can help. I can help tomorrow at noon. If you need something faster, it's okay to reach out to someone else. And because it's your store, like you run the help desk, you can also decide if it's a crisis, I'll help. But you don't have to tell someone, I'm going to break my own rules to help you. You can just decide, okay, I'm going to just set aside what I typically would do in a situation like this and go ahead and help. You get to decide, and you don't have to tell people what your policy is. It's just you to decide. When you're closed, you're closed. You might think, this sounds so great, Denise, but I can't do this in real life. And what you could think about instead is maybe you can't close, but you can go on break. And maybe you take breaks regularly so the help desk is actually closed for 15 minutes. So you give yourself 15 minutes. If someone puts in a request and you say, I can help. I'm on break right now. I'll help you when I'm done in 15 minutes, whatever it might be. You also can decide your help desk hours for different people. So maybe you have a sibling that really is dependent on you and you think she can figure this out. Maybe your availability is very different for her, and your availability is very limited. But for someone else, you might be like, you know what? I want to be available. It's important to me to be available. So you stay open. You might only close for breaks. It's your help desk. You get to decide. And again, you don't have to publicize your policies. You get to decide. And if you decide a policy needs to change the policy. So I love the idea that you can set timing, you can set breaks, you can set hours for when you're open and closed, and you could have certain hours for certain people. You also could have almost like a VIP line, like who goes to the top of the line when you have multiple requests at the same time? Who's the VIP? And again, you get to decide that. And the VIP might change day to day, time of day from time of day. Bottom line, you don't have to be available to everyone all the time. My next question to you is, what are the issues that you want to resolve? I love this image because it is jars of solution. However, you don't have to have a wall of shelving with all kinds of solutions. You can pick what solutions you can offer, which means you can be specific about what requests you can manage. And if a request comes in and you think, that's not for me to help with, you can say to the person who made the request, I can't help you with that. Who do you know who could? Prompt them to think of someone else. Who do you know who could? Who else could help you? I can't help you today. I can't help you right now. I can't help you. Who could? And then prompt them to go to that person. It might be a what could help you? I can't. What could? So if it's an issue that's not on your list of issues you resolve, you can simply say, oh, I don't help with that. Who do you know who could? What could help? Go ahead and help them pivot to someone else. Pivot to something else. So in essence, what are the solutions you stock? And if you don't have a solution in stock for what someone needs, it's okay to let them know and then pivot them to who or what else could help. In each of our soul breaks, we take a few minutes to really think through what we believe. And so you can take a moment to think about what you believe about your help desk. And it could be a belief statement that sounds like, I believe my help desk is really important. I do important work by supporting people in my life that I love. And because it's important, I take care of it by deciding my hours and my solutions. That can be a really effective belief statement, and it helps you stay focused. And then you can get more specific about what your belief statements are about the help desk. So, what do you value about being someone else's help desk? How does your help desk stay healthy? How do you stay healthy by managing your help desk? When do you need to call on your courage? And it could be someone makes a request and you think, I have no idea how to do this. And you think, oh, I don't want them to know. The courage would be, I don't know. I'm not the one. I don't know that. I wish I did know. I don't. You can decide that the holidays really are the days where you're off from the help desk, which means that you might show up in the holidays in a different way than previously. So maybe because everybody got together on the holiday, they brought their problems to you, or they decided you would manage whatever problems cropped up during the holiday celebration. And you can decide, I'm only going to help with these problems. Everybody else can solve the other problems. And with family, you can write belief statements about your help desk and its importance in the family, and think through how other family members could create their own help desk and how you could go to them when you need support and help. You don't have to write a belief statement related to your help desk around each of these words, but it's just a prompt for you to think about how could you be more specific about your help desk and how others and their help desks show up for you. Here is my last question to you. What does your help desk look like? So I looked at a couple different photos of a desk, and I like this one because it is minimalist. It has something good to drink like tea or coffee. It has something pretty to look at like flowers. And it also has a photo. So I assume that's a photo in a frame of something or someone this person loves. So you can think about what your help desk looks like. It could be your favorite chair that you sit in. So, for instance, when you get a phone call and you know exactly why they're calling, you can go sit in your favorite chair because you know, oh, the help desk is open. Or if someone comes to you in your home, so it's another family member, maybe it's one of your kids, and they say, I need to think, let's go to my help desk. And maybe it's the dining room table so you can spread out the work that needs to be done. If you're going to be a help desk, why not have a beautiful, productive, loving space for you to do your help desk work? So, what does your help desk look like? You can jot a couple notes, think through where a space in your home is, or your apartment, or your condo for your help desk. And again, it could be as simple as the chair you sit in when the requests come in. And if you have a situation where someone regularly calls you and it's a priority for you to help them, and it still sometimes gets frustrating, if you have a space you go to that is comforting for you, it helps you be the best help desk you can be. I had a client whose mom would call her regularly for help. Her mom lived in assisted living and regularly misplaced items. And when she couldn't find the items, she would call my client. And my client would just panic, thinking, I need to help her find these things. And we created something similar, which was she would go and sit in a certain space where she felt comfortable and she felt at ease, and that calmed her. And then we also put a plan in place so she remembered that her mom panics and then calms down. So her strategy was to give room for her mom to panic. Just let her panic because the panic would ease and she would calm down. So my client didn't have to meet panic with panic. She could go to a space where she felt safe and simply allow the panic to happen so that when her mom was calmer, they could think through where she could find what she had misplaced, or who could help her find what she had misplaced, which is actually a much more effective strategy. Okay, we took a break for a few minutes for being the help desk. We put some strategies in place so you feel good about being the help desk, and you can think through the space you create so that when you're on and the help desk is open, you are comfortable, you are at ease, you are taking care of yourself. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for being the help desk for people in your life. It matters. It matters a great deal. It matters a great deal. Okay, thanks so much for watching. And you can actually watch the archives of all our soul breaks on our YouTube channel and our community, caringourway.com. And if you ever want to join me live, the soul breaks happen on the third Thursday of every month at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can register to join me via our community, caringourway.com. Okay, thanks so much for all you do. Bye-bye.